Welcome back to the show. On these YouTube's podcasts, wherever they're distributed, we are going to walk you through how to go from being a personal trainer and an online coach into being an actual business owner that is in charge of something that runs without you. What we are going to walk through today is an introduction and an overview of the 3 biggest mistakes that we find people have made when they come to us, basically needing help fixing their businesses. Generally, people come from one of 2 camps when they work with us. They either, start with us from a handful of online clients and grow, or they come to us with, an already semi-established business, but one that they're working far too hard in and not being efficient in. And what I want to walk you through is the 3 common mistakes that we usually find people have made when they start working with us and they've already kind of got a handful of clients, and we need to drag them back out of it first. So if you've got, kind of 15 to 25 sort of clients or even more than that, and your business isn't working as efficiently as you want it to, you're going to want to listen to this and get the advice from it. So today with me, I've got Lewis, who's our head of client delivery. And we've got Shannon, who's our head of lots of shit. Realistically, basically, Shannon's stepping into the COO role, which is basically like an operations-based role across all of it, when we make a couple of hires to get her out of the bits that she's in currently.
I was going to say, did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already doing like 4 people's jobs at the moment, so I'm stringing along until...
Shannon's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, but unfortunately that knife's ran out of Swiss bits that we've stuck into stuff.
It's why she talks so fast as well. She's got to get so much done.
I'm like, I've got too much to do. Like, I just get it out and get it done. And,
We're definitely using the blade, the corkscrew, and the little screwdriver bit, like far too much.
Yeah, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, I've done all right. I haven't had a mental breakdown yet, so I'm good. Yeah, yet.
I think you are a mental breakdown. That's the problem.
I'm actually like packaged up like that, so it's like you wouldn't even notice if I did.
Yeah, it's like you've only got one level, and it is here.
Yeah, stress.
You're the only person actually I have in my phone book that I can't listen to on a sped up speed.
3 people have said that to me this week. Yeah. I know you said to me all the time, but Sam Perkins said it to me exactly the same. He was like, I cannot listen to that on 2 speed. He was like, but I can't wait to hear your voice. I was like, you're so fucking fun. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's a funny kid. So, biggest mistakes that people make, okay? I'm going to lead off with what I think is the first one, which is nobody ever actually makes a plan of the finances of what's actually going to happen.
That still happens now, even with people that are in our CEO program. Like, obviously, one of our clients recently looking at his finance, I'm like, how... Like, he's always like going on about you want to hit like these big months. I'm like, brilliant. But I was like, why are you so stressed about it? He's like, because I need to cover my expenses. And I'm like, who needs $8,000 of expenses to cover their expenses? Like, you don't need that much money, surely. So I literally had to sit him to get like a whole budget plan. And I was like, what are you spending your money on?
So that's the main thing. I think there's a lack of budgeting, accurate budgeting, but there's also a lack of actual understanding of what to pay people and how much they should pay people. And you'll know this, and like I get this all the time when people come and do like advisory work with me, is they've been told or just people have just fucking made up these prices about what they should pay for certain things, and there's absolutely no kind of real strategy behind it. There's no industry standard. The industry standard has been made up, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
The industry people are coming and be like, well, that's what X and so pays their coach. And I'm like, I know who told them to charge that. And that person never ran a fucking big business, or they did something else. They've never ran an online coaching business. They don't know what people should be paid. And I think it's the biggest reason. Every time I work with a higher level online coach that's, and there's 3 or 4 in the past year that have come saying they want to make 100 grand months. And the biggest gripe has been, I don't make enough profit. And that's because they're overpaying. And the second, then the answer that they've been given previously for that problem is move to somewhere where you don't pay tax.
Yeah.
Or charge extortionate amounts where people actually aren't even going to pay that.
Yeah, I think there's an element of it where they do need to charge more because they've swallowed a couple of things. But definitely, like if your only recourse for building your business is to move to a tax-free jurisdiction, that's fucking silly. I think personally, listen, there's multiple reasons why you would want to do that. Not arguing against them, absolutely fine. But if your sole reason is you cannot make the business work without it working in a tax-free jurisdiction, that's a bit dangerous in my opinion, because laws might change, personal circumstances might change, you know. We don't really know what's going to go on in your life. You might need to move back to if you move back to the UK, then does your business fall apart? Does it fail? So I think, you know, within reason, your business should be able to operate profitably no matter what level of tax. Obviously, if someone charges you 50% tax, it's going to fuck your business up. But for most realms, 20 is around like VAT for most countries. Obviously, there's certain countries where it's fuck all, there's certain countries where it's very small. But for me, I just think you should make your margins work. One of the main concerns I have is that nobody just works that out, and they pay silly amounts for certain things. They pay coaches £100, £150 a month. And I'm like, that's what that coach would be getting if they were doing all the sales and marketing and lead generation themselves. Yeah, but that's what they want to work for. I'm like, yeah, and I want to work for £1 million an hour, but you know, there's a line that has to be drawn.
Yeah, I get it. Like, especially with the coaching thing, like you want to pay the coach like what they are worth, and you also want to make it appealing for them to stay. Like I've been in that situation in your business. Like when we first started with Get Results Training back in the day, you can't put the coach's wants and needs in front of the business though. Because if you keep doing that for long enough, there will be no more business. Well,
your business will be their business. That's the way it generally works.
That's the VA stuff, wasn't it? Like I was thinking more so of like what the girls deserved and like what they should be getting, instead of thinking about, I've like really fucked myself now because now I literally have to pay all these expenses out. I forgot about VAT, I forgot about corporation tax, and by the end of it I was like, what am I walking away with here? Nothing.
Yeah. I think the first thing that coaches need to understand is once you go through the VAT threshold, once you and you know, a lot of coaches get to this point, right, where they go, I don't want to pay that. Don't then. The best way to not pay it, charge it on top of your current prices. Deal with it. Okay. I strongly think that if you cannot charge 20% more for your program at that point, your product's not good enough. Hands down, your product's not good enough. Realistically, for most coaches, if you're charging what? Let's say 250, for example, okay? It's an extra 50 quid, brings you from 250 to 300 pounds. If you're charging 300 quid, which is like top end of what most of the coaches that we work for charge, we very rarely have coaches that charge more than £300 a month.
Yeah, unless it's really specialist.
Specialisms, some of them get higher, but we don't do like, you know, the CEO coaching thing where you charge them like $5,000. There's only specific programs and specific coaches that charge more. Most coaches fall in that like 250 to 300. It may creep up over the next few years as inflation and just the industry grows, but most of our scaling coaches kind of scale within those amounts. 300 is 360. It's not bank breaking. It's not going to take, you know, the client that was paying you 300 is not going to now go, you know, at sale point, holy fuck, yeah, well, I would have paid 300, but you're never going to get me to pay 360. You just have to improve. Your sales process needs to improve. You need to get slightly better leads. Maybe the bottom end of your lead bank won't convert. You need to just get better at finding better leads. You need to have a better product. You need to deliver better results.
If you're charging that much, realistically, you should be a fucking good coach by that point. So you should be churning out results. Like, as we see a lot of people coming in, I want to charge this. And they should be starting a little bit lower and working their way up and getting that kind of like, getting the bank results, getting the authority. So yeah.
But by the time you get into VAT money, you know, you're talking about, and remember, it's not your first 7K a month where you have to start charging VAT. It's 85K a year.
Yeah.
So you have to have made £85,000 with coaching in a 12-month period. Your product should be good enough to add VAT on.
Yeah, absolutely.
If not, you've not been focusing on product development and you've been spending too much time in sales and lead gen. And then now you've got a product that can't hold up. So yeah, you know, scaling at that point might not be the best idea, but here's what you need to do. Go back, fix your product, make sure you can get the 20% more for it, and then scale. But this whole like, oh, I'm just going to move to a different country, it's irrelevant. Or the worst thing, I'm not going to move and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to start paying 20% to HMRC
without improving.
Just my current business is now going to take a 20% hit. You can't fucking survive like that. You can't. And you could argue, oh, well, you could just go, you know, if you spend enough on goods and you register as sports services, you can pay flat rate VAT. You still
only for so long.
Yeah, that's it. You're only kicking the can down the fucking road about 6 months, and then at 230k, it's a weird thing. I think you can register if you've gone over 150, you can't even access it. If you're under 150, you can access it, but when you earn over 230, you're out. You're kicking the can down the road. Like, yeah, you might save a little bit of money in the short term, but you still need to be prepared to do that. I just think that's one of the biggest killers, is that coaches don't get that extra money. But what they do then, they're, again, going back to the margins, they're paying their coaches based on the price, not the post VAT price, just the price of the program. So like, well, I'm getting 250, so I'll pay my coach 100. I'm making 150. No, you ain't.
No, yeah.
Because your program isn't 250. You're paying VAT. It's £200. You're paying your coach 50%. That's before any other margin. That's before any admin. That's before any sale costs. That's before lead gen. That's before any kind of marketing costs. That's before you fucking mentoring. That's before your wages. You're paying half. Are you mad? You're an agency at that point. At that point, you're operating as an online coaching agency. I'm going to connect clients with coaches. That's what you're doing. That's not a business. You're doing you're marketing for someone else.
Yeah.
That is just not, it doesn't work. And that's the biggest thing, is that on margins as well, coaches, this is the best one because I love this. They scale themselves out of stuff that they're good at to spend more time doing dumb shit.
Shit that they hate. Yeah.
So like, so I'm going to bring on a coach. I'm going to bring on a lead generator because I want somebody to talk to people in my inbox. Okay. Probably want two of the main things that are going to help your program grow. What are you doing with your time? Editing reels. You doing what now? I'm doing my content. Yeah, but what part of the content are you doing? I'm doing my editing. So you, as an online coach, are
not coaching.
Getting someone else to do your coaching.
Not talking.
Getting
to
someone
people.
else to speak into potential clients, and you're on Final Cut Pro.
CapCut.
Listen, I'm literally surrounded by video editors. There's nothing wrong with being a video editor, but start a fucking video editing business if that's what you want to do, for fuck's sake. Like, if you want to run an online coaching business, why are you paying a specialist in two different areas for you to sit and do something that you're probably shit at?
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They scale themselves out of the parts of the business that they should be good at. You know what? One of our coaches and clients, Sampo, said something. It's the smartest thing Sampo's ever said to me.
The boss.
Genuinely, when I'm just going to fuck off everything else and I'm going to do my own lead gen because I'm better at it than everyone and I speak better. And I was like, somebody's fucking got it. It's finally clicked for him. I can make more money doing lead gen than the other person can. So I'm just going to fuck off everything else and get someone else to do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, Sampo, you've understood the method of business. Well done. He'll now make loads. That'll go through the roof.
He's killing it.
It will go through the roof now. I mean, it was anyway because he sacked off his messenger to do that. Like, here's the thing, right? You can only move yourself out of a part of your business if it's as 80% as good as you can do it. If it's 50%, it ain't good enough.
But I'll also just pipe in on that as well. Like, people don't want to take the time to train other people to do that job either.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So they never get to 80%.
Yeah, so that other person that hasn't even had, it's been probably at like 40, 50%, but they haven't given them that extra training to actually get to that part of it. Do you know what I mean? So for a lot of people, they're kind of starting the back foot, which isn't ideal.
But yeah, two things for me about scaling. One, get your margins right. And number two, make sure that you are pulling yourself out of low tasks in the business first. There's nothing wrong with handling 50 clients if you do jack shit else, which might be the case for the first stage of scaling until you bring on a coach. But I would definitely not bring on a coach if you're still doing your own bookkeeping and editing your videos and onboarding people and, tidying up things and even doing your own fucking washing your own car and shit like that. Like, there's a task that you can do. Basically, you split your thing up into quadrants. I learned this from Dan Martell. It's a brilliant book. If you haven't read Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell, definitely get it. It's mint. Quadrants, everything that you don't like doing that doesn't make you money goes in that, and your job is to earn enough to outsource all of that. There's a more complicated
The first thing
thing.
that every person outsources lead gen.
Yeah, but that's not in that group.
It's so weird.
It's not in the bottom left though. It makes you money. You first outsource stuff that doesn't make you money, that you don't like doing.
Well, we see it all the time with clients. It's because they don't like doing it.
But you don't get to put it in the category that it doesn't make you money just because you don't like it.
Yeah.
Deal with that later.
Is there a category of the things that you make you money but that you don't like doing?
Yeah, top left. And that's what you have to hire and train out after you've got rid of all the shit that you don't like doing and doesn't make you money. But that's stage 2. People jump to stage 1 because it's the thing that they really hate. But
so I'm guessing the other 2 are things that you do like but don't make you money, and do make you money, and that's where you want to be sat.
Yeah.
Right.
And basically, like, if you want to grow your business, top right. If you want to scale out of your business, you need to replace all of that stuff.
Loads of jobs to do.
Yeah.
I don't do anything that I don't really. To be fair, I'm still doing some bits that I don't particularly like, but that's because we're hiring in now. I hate making videos. I've really decided that I hate making training videos for the course. So I need to make sure that everybody who's in those positions in the company can do their own training videos, because I'm sick of doing them.
That's Steve's backhand way of saying we've got more work coming our way.
Yeah, you got more videos coming.
I mean, I do my own videos anyway, so.
I did 4 years of being a high school teacher. I don't want to do another PowerPoint. I'm PowerPointed out. Moving it to Google Slides made it slightly a bit fresher, but I'm Google Slided out now as well. there's Keynote.
I've got Canva left,
Canva I'm finished with. Keynote is the only one left, and as soon as I'm done with Keynote, I'm retiring. That's it. But yeah, that's my margin, and profitability is my main thing for scaling. Open the floor.
I'm going to go a little bit kind of like left field with mine. It's not being in the actual situation to do it. Like if you're still living at home, doing your sales calls in your bedroom, there's stuff going around you, or like stuff going on around you all the time. You're still going out the weekend with your mates and getting fucking battered, and you're not actually ready. You as a person, you're not ready, and you're not in the right environment to do it. All of these things that you've been able to deal with them whilst it's just been you. As you start getting to kind of like bigger and more important things, they're going to shoot you in the foot.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if you're not steady and stable enough to do this, whether it's through self-inflicted stuff like going out and getting fucked every weekend, or there's chaos in your life, it's problematic. Like a lot of the stuff that we're
I think that's not even scaling though. That's just growing your business.
Yeah. Like, in general, that's just like for businesses. Like if you have a really shitty mindset, you've got loads of personal issues going on. You're like, I don't know, as people getting divorced, like you're having a baby. Like obviously that baby's a massive one, but like if I
think it depends on the individual.
Yeah.
I think those kind of life events, you either go one way or the other. It either gives you a fucking wake up call and a kick in the arse, and then you go, right, I'm going to turn that into something positive, or the ongoing trauma kind of.
I think if you're talented at one or two of the areas, you can get to a certain point regardless of what's going on in your life.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to scaling, the stress, the stuff that you have to deal with, paying other members of staff, the stress from that increases.
It's more of like a leadership thing though, isn't it? Like I'm coming across this issue now with people that I'm coaching, they're like, they don't know how to manage people, but they're quite young and they're like earning a lot of money. And I'm like, I know you don't like doing it, but if you want to get to this type of thingy stage, like you can do it by yourself, but you're going to have the same mistakes you had previously where you're going to be burnt out, hating the job, hating your life. I was like, so you need to learn how to manage people. I was like, I can only teach you so much, but you need to go and learn how to actually become a leader and manage people properly. Do you know how much advice you can give someone who's 23 earning 15k a month?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. I wish I was 23 earning 15k a month. Have a fucking great time.
I don't, because I'd have been dead.
I'd have a fucking great time.
I know what he was doing at 23.
You'd never see me again.
Yeah. Somebody driving around in a blacked out Golf would have made a load of money off the back of me.
Yeah.
A load of money. But yeah, it's the personal development things are a really kind of interesting one, but it's really open-ended in my thoughts. Like everyone's got the bits that they need to be working on, and I'm sure everyone agrees personal development is an ongoing continuum.
Yeah.
But I think you need to dig yourself out of the pit of it first, or be aware of it.
That was going to say that, because like most people aren't aware of like what it is that they actually need until you can sit down and be like, this is actually a problem now. Like I can't actually get to where I need to be until I sort this issue out. Some people aren't that self-aware that they actually don't even know what to do. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, I think a lot of it's environment though as well. I think.
Yeah. Like I got out of all my environments to like realize like this is a problem, I need to fix it. And then once it was fixed, I was like, right, I can move on now. But I think a lot of people just don't understand that.
Yeah. And I used to be like really against this kind of stuff of like, and I still do. I think some people take it to the extreme, but like
self-help stuff.
No, not the self-help stuff, but like the change in your circle kind of stuff. Listen, I definitely don't think as soon as you start earning a bit of money, you burn all the bridges with the people that you grew up with and that you used to know, and you don't talk to your family anymore. Because I think that's
extreme.
Well, you not being able to partition that in your head it means that you need work. It's a problem for you, not for them. Like if you can't talk to your mates from home without being like, oh my God, these people are so boring, they're not working on my level. That's a personal issue for you. But on the flip side, I do think you need to access another group of people that give you that like vision and that growth that you need. And that both of those things can survive together. But I think you struggle to get there, and you have to, like, my brain works a bit weird. So people would always be to me like, why are you so like optimistic about stuff? Like, why do you think that's going to work so well? And to be honest, most of my 20s, it didn't.
Yeah.
And I just it never occurred to me that I might not do it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of research into social. Oh, here we go. There's a lot of research into social identity, and the whole cutting people out was the kind of status quo up until like 2020. A study, I can't remember who did this.
Was it? Oh, was that actually a thing?
But in 2020, like a study was done where the research is starting to show now that if you can maintain your participation in old circles, but then form new relationships with people that are giving you the shit that you need, that's actually the best thing that you can do, because you don't lose whatever you were getting. So the roles that you were playing in the old group, you don't lose that. You just gain the new stuff that you need somewhere else, rather than trying to force the old group to like almost level up to what you're kind of talking about, and being able to like hang with that sort of stuff. Maintaining your participation in that group and forming new relationships is the best way that you can go about it. Like research shows.
What's the detriment? How does that manifest itself when you move from, the people that do cut out everyone and start rolling with the elites?
Yeah.
What does that actually like manifest itself as?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I would say though, from kind of like personal experience, is when you're looking at identity, you're always looking at like, what roles am I playing and what am I getting from certain things, right? So you can talk about it from a fat loss point of view, but we'll not go down that route. Is you're obviously getting, if you're like, oh, my old mates don't talk about this, well, you're obviously still getting something from it, because if it was all negative, you'd have cut it out already, not for the reasons that you're thinking about. Like, so you're obviously getting something from it. So you're better off just maintaining that and finding the other bits that you need elsewhere, rather than either not finding that and staying here, or cutting that out, finding something else, but then losing the bits that you actually liked about your old relationships and your circle, or whatever you want to call.
I found that like now, like obviously as I got older, like my group of friends became more like precious to me in a way, because I feel like they bring me back down to earth a little bit. Like it's almost like I get that sense of like, these people know me, like they know me that well that they don't judge me, they don't do anything, like they are just my friends. Whereas like obviously the issues I've had previously, it's like you obviously go in a new group of friends, it's very different. You're kind of trying to find yourself, have that identity as this person, where people always see me as like the fucking feisty Irish person, because that's what I want you to perceive me as. But then my friends know exactly who I am. They know like that I'm a completely different person than that.
I don't really talk to anybody from my like childhood anymore, but I am night and day different person. So it's not like I've not cut people out. It's just as I've changed, it's just happened naturally. Like there's no.
I've changed, but like we've kept our little 6 or 7 group of us. Like we have WhatsApp chat. We talk to each other like now and again. Like, and obviously they see each other when I see them. But I'll always make an effort to come home, and when I do, it's appreciated, because we're all like we all know each other, and we know everything about each other. We've all been there through everything you could possibly imagine, like deaths, births, everything. So that's why I love that. Like I love going home and being like a part of it.
Yeah, it was nothing kind of like, it wasn't a conscious decision. It's just kind of happened naturally for me. So it's not like, oh, I've cut people out. It's just
kind of like happened in like a natural state. Yeah. I think as I've got older though, I've noticed like who the negative parts of my life actually are. And it's not even the people that are my friends. It's maybe like family stuff.
Yeah.
More so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the issues that we usually unpack with coaches that come to us that are semi-successful and struggling to kind of breach that ceiling almost that's above them is they've got so far with just like a bit of a bland model. Like they're either really good looking or funny, or they're in really good shape, or they had a previous following, and they've managed to turn that into like a bank of clients. But that's just built on them as a person. And if you're trying to scale and get this to work with a team and to work with coaches, you think you have to have like a set of values and a real kind of core identity of what you want to build, not just I want to get more clients to make more money and do generic fat loss programming.
Yeah, it has to be about more.
Yeah, it has to be. I think people just end up running into a ceiling at varying levels, to be fair. Some people hit it at 8, some people hit it at 12, some people at 15, whatever it is. If you are not building something that truly excites you and that you're really, really passionate about, and, you know, you can build into something bigger than yourself, you struggle to scale out as a team. So then it'll become, how much work can you physically do? How much time can you trade for money until you blow up?
Yeah.
And that seems to be an issue where the owner of the business, like the CEO, is stuck. Just no one else can take this off my plate. The clients demand me. I have to do this. I have to do that. And they just end up either burning out or being just hitting a ceiling. And you know what? There's no problem with it.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a one-man band, but if you are wanting to scale and grow something fucking massive that impacts way more lives, coaching by John is not going to be the thing. Like, it can't just be about, I don't know if there's any coaching by John. Sorry if there
is. To be fair, you can get away with coaching by whoever.
Yeah.
But it has to be built around a proper identity that you can actually define.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what those values are and you haven't built a business around those values, that's where things start to fall apart, because they struggle with marketing. Like, they hit a natural ceiling. Like, this is what I can kind of do off the back of just throwing shit at a wall and see what sticks. When you actually want to, right, we want to start running ads now. Okay, cool. What's your unique message? Like, what do we need to put out there?
Will I get people in shape? Brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we lose fat. Okay. Yeah. So is everybody else on the internet. So that's going to cost you a fortune.
Yeah.
How do you hire if you don't have values? Like, how do you know if people align with your values? Oh, I want to help people lose fat too. Great.
Yeah.
That's a million candidates. Good job whittling that
What
down.
makes you different? I really care. Cool.
Yeah. I work with men. Okay, well, that's 50%. Right. 30 to 45. That's everyone. Well done. Business owners. Oh, okay. What kind of business? You know,
busy ones.
Busy professionals.
Fucking Milkman's a business owner.
Yeah.
Like, busy professionals, that's the one. I feel like that needs to die.
No, you know what? It doesn't need to die. It needs to be left for the people that are adequately prepared to work with busy professionals. And also, there are many different forms of busy professionals. Like,
but that's why I'm saying that term just needs to die, because, like,
when was the last time anybody ever called themselves a busy professional? Ever? So you saying I work with busy, and that's the nutshell of this, is it's not having a clear vision, clear strategy, clear person that you want to work with. You've just got there on hard work and natural talent without any sort of clear strategy going forward. And that's one of the major issues, because the guys that get there and get to scale are generally reasonably talented, reasonably intelligent, and usually quite hardworking. They have the basic building blocks, but without that clear vision and that clear deciding thing of like, I want to help these people. This is my mission. This is what I'm here for. They are just hardworking coaches, and being a hardworking coach can only take you so far, but it will also take you to taking your fucking laptop and doing check-ins on the plane before you take off.
Yeah.
Waking up at fucking 5 a.m. in a beefer when you've been on it the night before and still trying to do check-ins with your sunglasses on. Like, and again, there's nothing wrong with that lifestyle if you want to live it, but that would fucking terrify me to be doing for the rest of my life. And also, are you going to be doing that when you're 45?
That's something
Probably
that I don't
not.
think enough people think about either, is do you still want to be doing check-ins and reels in 20 years time? But
a lot of them aren't making enough money to be, listen, if you're making 100 grand a month and you've got no vision, but you're making hand over fist money, cool. You'll probably make enough to do something else with it in the next 10 years. But if you're 5-6K a month, you're either doing check-ins for the rest of your life, or you're going to have to change your job. at some point because you will get too old to be an
online coach. And how
online
hard do you think
coach.
it's going to be to find a new job or a complete new career at 45 years old?
You will have to scale your business.
Yeah.
You've literally got no option other than to make more money. So people who are like, I'm happy now. I'm like, cool. But that's like...
It's a tough conversation to have with 22, 23-year-olds that are making 5, 6, 7
Bro,
grand a
I have
month.
the same conversation with fucking 30, 45-year-olds though as well. Like,
they're making
I make enough money. I'm like, yeah, to survive.
Yeah.
Well done. Like, and again, congratulations. You've made enough money to survive out of a career that you love. Like, hats off to you. But you're either doing this to the day you fucking die, or you're going to have to make some more money, or you're going to have to scale yourself out in some way.
Again, at that point, having that conversation with those people, they're making way more than to survive, especially if they're still like living at home and stuff like that. They're probably making more than the parents, more than the mates, all that sort of stuff. So you trying to say to somebody at that point, think about 20 years time when they're going, well, I've just got a new fucking Golf and I've just got this and I've just got that. I'm good. It's tough. How do you have that conversation with them?
You generally let them make the first mistake.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think that's the only way that they learn is that the overstretch.
To be fair, that's how we learn.
I mean, luckily I did it at much lower pay packets.
Yeah.
But like that's how they learn. Unfortunately, either they have a very scary period where they're like, oh my God, this is all going to fall apart, or something goes wrong and it does.
Yeah.
Briefly. And then they're like, oh my God, if that happened again when I've got a mortgage and stuff like that, I don't know what I'd do. And then you're like, cool, are we going to manage your finances correctly now? Yeah. Like I thought about this, right? I thought about actually as part of the program, as part of the package, implementing like a financial advisor / accountant as part of the package. And you know what came in my head? Some of these wouldn't do it because they don't want to see it. I'd say some people would go, no, I'm fine, thanks. I don't want that, because they want to ignore it. That's
what most people do anyway, isn't it? You bury your head in the sand when you know that you feel like if I look at this, then it's going to be worse than what I think it is. And then you're like, shit, I actually need to fix this now.
And I think that's perspective.
That's just life though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I mean, how many times did we all do that when younger, when you don't look at your bank account because you're like, I don't actually want to know what's in it. And you're like, as long as I keep tapping it, eventually it'll stop. Yeah, eventually it'll just stop. And you can't, like, obviously you can do that for a while if you wanted to, but it's not feasible.
But I think that's perspective. And I think for me, like, if you're not making double the amount of money that you spend, because that's what needs to go back into the business and keep the business healthy, if you've not got 6 months of that money stashed away somewhere, and you are not putting money into something else that will eventually grow and allow you to retire, you're not making enough money. So whether or not you're making $5,000 a month, like, congratulations, like, it's an achievement, but you're probably about 10 grand away from actually being, I mean, with tax involved, you're probably about 20 grand away a month from being comfortable to have enough in the business to grow it, keep money aside and build a safety net, have, access larger purchases like houses, like cars, without dipping into that money that's your safety money, and also be putting money away that will eventually allow you to, I know retirement's again a fucking daft word because a lot of people don't, but like have a comfortable later adulthood. Yeah. And I think they're probably 3 key concepts that people miss.
But again, going back to the point that you made, I know that we'll probably need to wrap up, but the point that you made about not having that sort of money, you're 2 bad months with natural churn away from not being able to pay your bills.
Yeah. And I think more coaches probably need a wake-up call about that before they do it. So in summary, 3 things you need to be concerned about when you are scaling your business. 1, make sure your margins are on point. Make sure you are getting like to the root cause of what you should be paying. How, is it worth paying that at this stage in your scaling process, or is it something that you need to swallow and do it yourself for a little bit? Making sure that you have a clear vision, making sure that you have a business model that you really believe in, that you can articulate to other people, and make sure that you have done the personal work and the personal development and got your life in check to where you can actually take on other people and have other people depend on you, because that's a pretty sobering moment, I think, when you do that first, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully that was very, very useful for you. especially if you're coming to scaling a business. And if you're not quite at the point of scaling a business yet, I hope it kind of gives you some insight into what challenges you've got to face. Maybe stops you running into some of those mistakes earlier rather than later. Let us know in the comments or in the description how you found it, if you've got any thoughts on that. And we will see you next time.